money coming in. Know you fine as hell, body stuck on 10. 2 a.m. on my side, let me in.
YouTube, y'all come with the strangest court moments of all time. Welcome new people, new subscribers. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
1 second. I'm parking right now.
So maybe I don't understand.
Bro, I've seen this video, man.
This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Yes, I am.
Oh, all right.
Oh my god, bro. This is, bro, that's the, bro, this video is one of the funniest shits ever. That they said, yep.
First, we go to Washtenaw
Bro.
County District Court in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Why did he
Hearing
pick up
is
the
about
phone?
to begin. Next up on the docket is 44-year-old Corey Harris, who logged in virtually from his car.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
The routine hearing seemed uneventful until Judge Cedric Simpson noticed something
God.
odd.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And
Look at this nigga face.
he didn't have a license.
Look at this nigga face.
Oh.
The
Turns out
realization.
Harris was appearing on charges of
The
driving without a
realization.
suspended license while actually driving a car.
That's what the charge is, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at
Yes.
his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Both Judge Simpson and
He
the
couldn't
defendant,
believe
who wasn't
it.
supposed to be driving, were utterly confused by the situation.
Corey, what was you, what?
I don't even know why he would do that.
Eventually, the judge revoked Harris's bond and asked him to turn himself in at the county jail.
So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washtenaw County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
You cooked yourself. What you mean?
Viral, and Harris became an internet meme overnight.
I've been assaulted. I've been followed. I've been laughed at. I've been ridiculed. I have been disrespected.
After spending 2 nights in prison,
Dang.
Harris returned to court, where Judge Simpson set the record straight.
The person that needed to be blamed is the person that he was staring at in the mirror. He didn't do what he should have done. When they suspended his license, and what people don't understand, when they suspended his license in Saginaw, they don't suspend the license. They suspend the privilege to drive in this state.
Yeah.
His license was, his driving privileges, better stated, were unsuspended in 2022. That required Mr. Harris to do something. He didn't do it.
Turns out, after Harris's suspension was revoked, he never paid the clearance fees with the court or
Yo.
the Secretary of State to lift the suspension. What's more crazy is the fact that Harris never even had a valid driver's license in the first place.
Oh my
He's
god.
never had a Michigan license.
He ain't never had a license.
And has never had a license in the other 49 states and commonwealths that form up this great union.
And if that wasn't all, Harris also had a warrant against his name from 9 years ago, which even his lawyer wasn't aware of.
He's got a warrant.
No, I did not know.
Yes, he has a warrant. for his arrest.
Wow.
The charges? Well, you'd have guessed it by now. Driving without a valid license.
What,
The shocking thing about it, sport driving while license suspended, that he didn't take care of.
Oh my
They didn't
god.
be on the warrant.
Ultimately, Harris was sent
Bro, you cooked yourself in every facet of the word. Like baked, fried. Like, why would you pick up
back to
that phone?
prison for the 9-year-old charges. 2 days later, he was able to secure a learner's permit license.
Bro, what is this?
While Corey Harris's bizarre trial ended on a happy note, what happens when a defendant walks into court wearing something he's accused of stealing?
You're charged
The jersey?
with stealing a Dolphin jersey?
No, ma'am. It show on that I ain't took no jersey.
There's no nigga, bro. There's no absolute way that you show up to court with the jersey that you're accused of wearing. he doing? What?
I ain't took down Jersey.
Like in the case of Nelson Walker, who was facing third-degree theft charges in Miami, Florida. Walker was arrested after he and a friend were caught stealing Miami Dolphins merchandise worth over $300.
And you would wear it to
Now
court?
in bond court, Walker was facing Judge Diane Ward. And quite incredibly, he walked in wearing the same jersey he was caught
There's
stealing.
no
All
option.
right, you're charged with stealing a Dolphin jersey?
The judge seemed suspicious at first, but Walker had an explanation for her.
This ain't the one, Your Honor.
No?
No, ma'am. It show on that I ain't took no jersey. I ain't took down Jersey.
Not convinced, Judge Ward asked the public defender to...
So, okay. So, you are charged with stealing a jersey. And you decide to come to court in a jersey? Nigga, I wouldn't even, even if it's not the jersey that you stole, I wouldn't even come in no type of jersey to begin with. I don't care if it's a Chiefs jersey, a Saints jersey, no jersey. But you already pushing the bounds. I would have came up in there with a button-down dress pants and some dress shoes. What is you doing?
Weigh in.
Public defender?
As to Mr. Walker, respectfully.
Oh my God.
Probable cause.
The public defender, equally confused by his client's wardrobe choices, instead raised a probable cause issue, stating irregularities in the arrest report.
As to what?
As to this being a felony. Because the allegations are an observation of observing the defendant and co-defendant put on a dolphin hats. The officer says A and then says hats. So there's an issue as to whether it's two hats or one hat. But clearly the allegations are the co-defendant.
Perhaps Judge Ward would have been more sympathetic if Walker didn't have 29 other prior
29
felonies.
other
Ultimately,
felonies?
the judge held Walker at a $5,000 bond and perhaps more harshly banned him from the Dolphins Stadium for life. While Nelson
More
Walker's
harshly?
questionable attire sent him to prison, how does it compare to faking a heart attack in a courtroom?
Your Honor, excuse me for a second. I need some time.
There's no way.
Who's facing assault
There's
charges
no
in Dayton,
way.
Ohio, facing multiple charges, including
Bruh,
felony
y'all
assault
can't be
after he
dead
tried to murder a
serious.
man. Wilkins was representing himself at trial.
That nigga had all white too, boy. That boy really thought he was going to God, boy. You better calm down. That boy said, "Ma'am, I just need you to excuse me for this," and he really failed.
When Wilkins asked for more time to prepare his defense, Judge Mary Catherine Huffman straight up refused.
I had months to research this matter. This is why I suggested to you that you have counsel.
This is because Wilkins had repeatedly tried to disrupt earlier court proceedings.
Do not speak out in court again.
He said the court was being unfair to him and made claims of being lynched.
Would you please ask the bailiff and the sheriffs
No, sir.
to just go get a tree and bring it in here?
We are going to take a break.
Just to hang him, make a lynching, because this is a lynching. I mean, this is a modern day lynching.
Please
What?
yeah,
That's what it is.
you are not to speak, sir.
Modern day lynching.
Wilkins had already delayed the trial for 3 consecutive days, and now Judge Huffman had had enough.
Well, I have repeatedly advised you, sir, that you will lose your right to represent yourself because of your conduct. Do you understand that?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Yes, you do understand.
Wilkins saved his
How
best.
you gonna ask me if you understand and then wait till you don't understand? You gonna be like, "Nah, you do understand."
For last.
Yeah.
Informed that she had family in another part of Ohio. She did not provide me with that information now.
What is he charged with?
Questioning a witness, something
What did he
seemed
do?
wrong with Wilkins.
She never provided with you. Excuse me, hold on, sir. Your Honor, excuse me for a second. I need some time.
And then, Wilkins suddenly collapsed, clutching his heart.
Oh my! And nobody believe him.
Examined Wilkins and caught his fake.
Nobody believe him.
No concerns at all. He may need some water.
Judge Huffman seemed unmoved.
Defendant is feigning some
Yo!
medical condition.
But Wilkins was not
Yo!
done. He then acted on...
The worst part is nobody even believe him. Shorty said he just made me some water, like.
Responsive and slumped in his chair.
Defendant is slouching over to the side and acts like he's sleeping.
He's stupid as fuck.
Breath appears to be.
This nigga's funny. Bro,
quite normal.
He could have been a comedian.
Labored in any way. Is that a fair assessment, sir?
Yes.
It's not labored in any manner.
Oh my God.
Does he appear to be doing anything to you other than sitting in that chair?
No, Your Honor.
Then,
That
the
nigga
court
said-
deputy made a genius move to wake him up.
Bad sauce.
Oh, a remarkable change.
A strong dose of smelling salt brought Wilkins
Oh
back to
my
life,
God.
and the trial resumed.
Wait, did I say bath salts? So, nigga, I meant smelling salts, bro. Oh my God. Bro, you know what I meant, bro.
Mr. Wilkins, do you have any questions for this witness, sir?
But Wilkins just kept staring at the deputy.
That nigga like he just woke up. Man, boy, you did not have no heart attack. Boy, if you don't get your ass up.
Judge Hoffman reminded him that his ruse was up.
You've been checked out by trained deputies who are medics. You've been checked out by a registered nurse as well as an emergency medical technician, all of whom indicate that there is nothing physically wrong with you, nor any reason why you couldn't continue here, sir.
Said his actions will not cause a mistrial.
To make some effort to cause a mistrial, but as I advised you, sir, and as the case law is very clear about, your behavior will not cause a mistrial.
Oh my
Finally,
God.
gave him an ultimatum.
Sir, in 5 minutes I'm going to start again, with or without you.
Despite his best efforts, Wilkins was ultimately convicted of all charges and sent to 42 years in prison.
Oh my
While Keith
God.
Wilkins' legal career ended with a hefty
They
jail
threw
sentence.
that nigga the book. Not just one, about 4 of them things. God, they did not with him at all. What did he do? I just need to know what he did, because that's actually nasty.
What happens when a defendant
nasty.
lights up a joint in court?
He know he guilty. He just trying to get a last smoke in. I don't blame him.
Hey, we the people deserve better.
I don't blame him, bro. He just trying to get one last
Like in
smoke.
the case of Spencer
He know he
Allen
could.
Boston, who's at the Wilson County Courthouse in Tennessee on a drug charge. 20-year-old Boston had reported.
So nigga, wait. You got charged with a drug charge, possession of marijuana, and then proceed to light a blunt in the court. Oh, you can't make this shit up, yo. Bro, this is comedy, bro. Forget watching comedy shows, them little live shows, bro. This all I need, bro. This nigga is stupid, bro. He got caught on drug charges, and then how he even bring a blunt in the courtroom? That's really the question. What the?
Reportedly received a citation.
And
for
look at
simple-
this nigga smile. He know he's guilty. Like, bro, if somebody smiles in they picture, bro, then you know they guilty. Cause like, and especially this smile, cause he know. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I was packing that shit. I had that on me. He's matter of fact, he still got it on him.
Full possession of marijuana during a routine traffic stop.
Oh my
He
God.
wants to represent himself in this case. I told him today was an arraignment. If he was guilty, not guilty, that day. To which he responded, I just want to free.
I hope I get a case like this. If I ever have jury duty, I hope I get something like this where I just laugh.
Boston was representing himself.
No
and wanted to
serious
plead his
crimes.
Case.
Yes, sir. I think it's very unfair, the marijuana law here. I think we the people deserve better because marijuana is a very harmless drug, and it's been around for ages, since the 80s and 90s.
Turns out,
That nigga said it's been around for ages, since the 80s or the 90s. Which 80s? I know you ain't talking about the 1980s. The 1990s, bro. Is he? There's no fucking way. There's no way.
argue about marijuana law, but the judge was having none of it.
Oh my God.
I've heard that baloney all my life, so don't go any further on that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether it's good or bad. All I know is Tennessee still has it against the law. I swore to uphold the laws, and I have to uphold the laws as a judge. It probably is unfair, but I can't change it. You got to go see the legislature to get that changed.
The judge then shifted focus to the case at hand.
Now, if you want to plead guilty, you can today. But if you want a trial, we can give you a trial on the officer's days. which it's Officer Vincent.
Officer Vincent?
You want to fix trial date?
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd be fun, and then you make another speech.
As the judge became busy scheduling a trial date, Boston decided to take matters into his own hands.
Boston's sentence for a simple possessions charge of marijuana. And then Boston reaches into his pocket, pulls out
Hey, this the realest nigga shit I seen, bro. It's pretty real though.
Incredibly, the defendant whipped out a joint and lit it up in front of the judge. As a court bailiff restrained him, Boston held the burning
You
contraband
can't even be
up
mad
to the
at
gallery
him. You can't be
with
mad
one
at
final
him.
message.
There's somebody.
Hey! We the people deserve better.
Taken to jail. Taken to jail.
For his efforts, Boston was sent to 10 days in jail for contempt of
Just
court.
10
and was
days?
hit with an additional possessions charge. While Spencer Allen Boston pleaded his case with a live
If he don't plead
demonstration,
guilty,
what happens when a woman gets arrested for laughing in court?
And sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member. I mean, the entire time that Mr. Zerker's sister was speaking, that clown, and that's what I'm going to call him, a clown, was sitting there smiling and laughing.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, maybe she one of them people who laugh in serious situations, bro. Maybe she's one of those. But in court, it's absolutely diabolical. Like, they telling you, yo, this person was brutally murdered. And then this man just, well, this my fault. This woman back there just keying. Like, that's crazy. Like, imagine, like the people get on the stand, like, yo, this is one of the worst murders we've seen in our lifetime. And somebody just busts out laughing. That's crazy, bro. I'm not even laughing due to this situation. That's actually crazy.
Like in the case of Amanda Cosal, who's accused of causing a deadly crash in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, she the one who caused it? I thought she just random. Wait, so she's the one who actually caused it and she's Nah, she's getting the book. Nah. She's cooked. Nah. That's actually crazy. I thought she was just somebody random. She's actually the cause. Okay.
June 2016, Amanda had a fatal head-on collision with 31-year-old Jerome Zerker and his fiancée Brittany Johnson while driving under the influence. Tragically, the crash took the life of the father of 5, while Brittany was severely injured.
Wow.
It was like a banging. Everything was just over.
The 25-year-old later pleaded guilty to operating under the influence, causing death. During Amanda's sentencing, Jerome's sister Doreen read a powerful victim impact statement written by his children.
Amanda, look what you did to my life. You ruined everything I had, like my dad's life.
While Amanda seemed to be moved by Doreen's words, a couple in the court found it amusing, enraging Judge Keanu.
Oh, so it was a
Sit here
couple.
at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member. I mean, the entire time, sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member. I mean, the entire time that Mr. Zerker's sister was speaking, that clown, and that's what I'm going to call him, a clown, was sitting there smiling and laughing.
It was Amanda's mother, Donna Cosal, who was sent to 90 days in prison for direct criminal contempt.
Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt. And you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days for direct criminal contempt.
Wow.
Anybody else want to go? Try it.
Shout out to the judge. Then had some stern words for the Cosal family.
This is a court of law. And these are very serious matters. And I understand you all are upset because your loved one is going to prison. But guess what? She's going to prison for the choices that she made. These people are here grieving, saddened, because a senseless act took away their loved one, and you all are sitting around here like it's a joke.
After order was restored, Amanda was sentenced
Shout out
to
to the
3
judge,
to 15
man.
years in prison.
So it'll be the sentence of this court that you will serve 3 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections.
The following morning, Donna appeared before Judge Lillard.
Case number 17-1629.
She seemed a changed woman after just
I bet
one
you
night
do.
in jail.
I bet you do.
Apologizes to the court and asks that you discharge the contempt hearing, Judge.
All right.
Sit them 92 more days. Nah. She ain't changed yet. No. See, bro, if I'm a judge, bro, no. You want to laugh with Kiki? Come on. Hey, you got 92 more days. Hold up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hey, you got it, nigga. You cool. Nah. We ain't let you out just that easy. You only been 1 day, 24 hours? Nah. Nah, you ain't seen none yet. Wait till like 34, 35. You see somebody.
Ms. Coates, is there something you'd like to say?
Yes, I deeply apologize for what I did. I was under a lot of stress. I'm going through some doctor's appointments today for my heart. It's just everything overwhelmed, and I deeply apologize for what.
Never mind, y'all. I ain't no heartless person. I might give a 84. I'll knock it down a week or two. I'll knock it down on it. She ain't got a certain 92 more days. I might even drop it down to 70. You know, I might drop it down to 70, bruh. I ain't heartless.
What I did in your court, I just needed to get out. And
I get it.
It's been very hard for me.
Drop it down 2 weeks.
I know for the other family, and I'm so sorry for what I did, and I know it was wrong, and I apologize.
After the apology, Judge Lillard had a few words of wisdom for the defendant.
What you have to understand is, as hard as this is for you to see your baby going to prison, imagine what that family feels like when their child's dead.
I understand that. I feel for them too.
So I hope that you've learned a valuable lesson from this, and I hope that it will serve as a message to anyone doing business in the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, or any court for that matter, that there's just a manner, things have to be conducted in decency and order. You can't come to court acting a fool. I know people watch a lot of shows on TV where you see different things happening in make-believe courtrooms that give people a skewed sense of reality, but this is real life here, and we just can't have people behaving like that. It can't be tolerated. So I will modify your sentence for direct criminal contempt from 93 days to 1 day with credit for time served, and you should be released today.
God bless you. Thank you.
Oh, she a good woman. I thought she gonna say we're gonna knock her down a month. We're gonna knock her down a month, couple weeks. We'll see you in a couple. We'll see how your behavior changes by then.
I apologize very solely and for the other family. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She do seem sorry.
Saul spent a night in jail for laughing at the victim's family.
She do seem sorry.
How much time would a defendant get for driving through a crowd of people?
Oh my God, yo, is this a what, bro? Y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all do not understand. Yo, oh my God, those who know, if y'all been here on this channel for how long I been on YouTube? 2-3 years? Nigga, yo, this is one of the first videos I ever reacted to. It's literally like, if you go down like my list, bro, it's gonna be one of the first ones. I was streaming on my Twitch. Yo, this is great. We having a whole, it's like a cycle. We returning. Oh my God. Yo, this is crazy. See, this is my first like moment where I'm like, yo, I've been doing this YouTube shit for like a long time. This is cool. Oh my God. I have my moment. Okay, I'm happy. This is cool. I mean, I'm not happy about the situation, but I mean, this is just like, I remember reacting to this. Like, oh my God, this is crazy to me.
We saw roughly 10 people bounce off that car, and you could hear thud, 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 thud.
Okay, do not clip that, because I feel like what I just said and then what I just like continued, like it will look crazy. So do not clip that at all. Like, nigga, it is like, and if you do clip it, I ruined it because I was saying, no, this is not that. What I was talking about was I wasn't talking about this situation. I was not talking about this situation at all.
As he drove through that, and you could hear it, which is a sound I'll never forget.
Like in the case of Daryl Brooks, who's facing mass murder charges in Waukesha, Wisconsin. On November 21st, 2021.
Because they ain't trying to hit his wife too?
Brooks drove a red SUV into the annual Waukesha Christmas
Bro, look at that
parade.
car, dog.
Onlookers caught the whole incident on camera. First, Brooks narrowly missed a little girl dancing by the side of the road. Then he plowed through a marching band, leaving multiple people dead or injured.
Police have identified the driver of this SUV who plowed into a crowd at a holiday parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, as 39-year-old Daryl Brooks of Milwaukee.
His rampage continued as Brooks hit a group of pom-pom girls dancing in the parade.
Ooh.
The SUV then sped away, leaving behind a scene of utter chaos
Wow.
and destruction.
This is insane, dog. Like, you know, like this somebody mom out there, you know, just throwing candy. Somebody daughter out there, you know, just probably in the band. She excited. Like, this is sick. This is sick.
Eyewitnesses immediately called 911.
About 10 to 15 people down in the street. We also got multiple carnival tanks.
Some of the survivors later recounted the horrors which unfolded that day.
So many like bodies in the road, and then I saw them like start to pick them up, and they were like little kids.
I literally saw
What? There was kids?
roughly 10 people.
I mean, of
bounce
course.
off
I
that
mean, it
car,
makes sense because you know it's a
could
parade.
hear
But dang.
Thud, 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 thud as he drove
Wow.
through that. And you could hear
I forgot. Why did he do this?
which is a sound I'll never forget.
In the end, Brooks's rampage killed 6 people and
Wow.
injured 62 others.
62? 62. Oh my God. 62, y'all. 6 people gone and 62 people injured. That is insane.
Soon arrested from outside a house in Waukesha.
Oh, y'all. I'm getting a whole... Yo, I didn't even see... When I first reacted to it, they didn't have all this information. I never seen this video.
Put your hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Do it now! Hey, Brooks.
Brooks's trial was filled with bizarre incidents.
Oh, I forgot.
First, he fired his lawyers and represented himself as a sovereign
I
citizen.
forgot all about this.
You wish to represent yourself in this case?
Yes, I do.
Then he frequently disrupted court proceedings.
Effectively and with dignity preside over this case here today. I am well aware, that's another interruption. I'm well aware, stop talking.
At first, Judge Jennifer Darrow gave him a warning.
You're advised that continued interruptions will result in you forfeiting your right to be present in this courtroom, where you'll be taken to the courtroom next door to appear by video and audio means to participate.
From the courtroom,
That's another
You
interruption.
haven't shown me any lawful case law that I can be removed from the court.
Mr. Brooks.
But eventually, she had enough and removed Brooks from the courtroom.
It didn't help.
Mr. Brooks?
It didn't help.
I haven't even been responded to. I gave.
Mr. Brooks, you're interrupting me
No,
yet
you
again.
just weren't speaking,
All right,
so I didn't
Mr.
interrupt.
Brooks, you are now going to be removed to the
I
other
don't
courtroom.
consent to that.
I have
I'm
had
under
a
duress
dozen or
by having
more interruptions.
Throughout the
boy said,
trial,
"I'm under
Brooks's
duress."
outbursts continued.
I'm not, because that's a lie.
Let him
Because at the end of
finish.
the day,
Let
if
him
we
finish,
don't open the door
Mr.
on that, no,
Brooks.
since he want to make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate all on the record since you think you know so much.
Once
So
again,
we can
Mr.
open the
Brooks
door
is
on,
being
we can open the door on how old she told me she was when we met.
interrupting.
You can ask that question
He is
to me.
over the
Did you
top
ask that?
animated
Did you
right
know
now.
that?
Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let the
No,
speech finish.
I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the
Right.
courtroom.
After an eventful trial, the jurors eventually reached a verdict.
Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon?
Man, I know he ain't over here hoping that they say no. Boy, they finna cook you, boy. You in court yelling, and you not giving no type of reason why you like you should be free. And actually, from my memory, bruh, like if you watch like that old video, y'all, that I reacted to, yo, if you go Google the pictures, y'all, you can literally see his face. Like you can literally see his brother's face. Like he's not being the case. Like the nigga's clearly guilty. He's cooked. Like it's over.
Answer, yes.
During sentencing, the mother of the 8-year-old boy killed in the tragic incident addressed
Oh,
her
she
son's
talked?
killer.
You're a child killer. A woman killer.
Wow.
I cannot wait until somebody inflicts that harm on you.
Judge Darrow said the community would be safer with Brooks locked up in jail.
Frankly, Mr. Brooks, no one is safe from you. This community can only be safe if you are behind bars for the rest of your life. This court is imposing a life sentence without the possibility or eligibility for extended supervision consecutive to one another.
Ultimately, Brooks was served 6 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of...
That means, boy, if you came back 5-6 times in his lifetime, if you was to get gone and come again, you still in prison. Oh my God, man.
Parole plus an additional 760.
Additional of 762. Boy, they do. Oh my God, they didn't fuck with you. They hated you. Oh my God, nigga. They said, nigga, we don't give a fuck if you immoral. Nigga, oh my God. They said just in case you were gonna add 762 years. Nigga, damn. They hated this. Oh my God.
Bars. While Darrell Brooks's trial was filled with crazy moments, how does it compare to twerking in front of a judge?
Why he bruh, hold on though. Why he low-key throw that shit back though? Like, pause, but he low-key, like, okay, listen, like, I'm not even talking about that, like, his butt, but his back is moving. Pause. Like, why he hitting that bit? Why is he low-key hitting it? Hold on. Why is he low-key hitting that? Hold on, bro. We gotta talk about it. Hold on.
5 years behind bars. While Darrell Brooks's trial was filled with crazy moments, how does it compare to...
Look at him! Oh my God.
Like in the case of Calvin Lloyd Griffith, who's in a Florida court facing charges of grand theft auto. Police said 30-year-old Griffith allegedly broke into a local school and...
Wait, hold on, bro. You 30 years old twerking like that, boy? I guess twerking don't have an age limit, do it? I guess twerking, but like looking like this, sir. I mean, I'm not here to judge, bro. Throw that back. I mean, I think twerking is like a emotion. Ain't they like a twerking class for like emotions? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I heard it makes you more at peace. Y'all ever seen that video? Like it was like this woman explaining what twerking do for her. Like, it's like, yo, it's like so relieving. And it's like meditate. Like, hey man, maybe he was nervous, bro. He was releasing stress through like the twerk, I guess. I don't know.
Stolen employee's car. Now at his bond hearing, Griffith appeared before Miami-Dade judge.
Really twerked out of nowhere.
Griffin is charged with burglary, petty theft, grand theft of a vehicle, and trespass. And he's on probation.
He's out on probation, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm on probation. I'm on paper.
Okay.
I'll be here anyway because I smoke weed and cocaine.
Before Griffith talked himself into something silly, his attorney turned his mic off. As Judge Pooler looked over the paperwork, a muted Griffith tried to get the judge's attention.
Okay, you're Calvin Griffin?
Mr. Snyder has the button pressed.
Oh, okay.
When that didn't work, the defendant took a slightly unusual approach.
Bruh, she looked at
To everyone's amusement, Griffith started dancing in the courtroom.
That's that coke, man. That's that snow, man. Cause bro just started eating that out of nowhere, bro. Hey, bro, that's that coke, man. Stay off the drugs, man.
Less than impressed, Judge Pooler showed no emotion and set Griffith's bond at $18,500. He was also ordered to stay away from the school.
Stay away order from Miami Edison Senior High. If you should get out, do not go back there.
Wait, why was he at the...
anymore.
While Calvin Lloyd
He's at
Griffith
the high school?
impressed everyone with his slick moves, what happens when a defendant comes straight out of Hollywood?
You don't have a lawyer.
Right.
I mean, okay, so...
I didn't feel like signing the paperwork. I'm really not in the mood for that.
Oh my God.
For that, we go to Miami-Dade, Florida, where a bond hearing is underway.
The next one is...
I'm starting to notice
this is
a lot of stuff happens in Florida. Maybe I need to stay the fuck away from Florida. Cause what the... Like, it seems like a lot of stuff happened in Florida. Like, the last case was in Florida. This case in Florida. Then another video I watched was in Florida. Then another video before that, like, yo.
Sullivan? Present, Your Honor. Pardon me? Oh, this is Mr. Sullivan?
29-year-old Lawrence Sullivan, a self-proclaimed tattoo model who resembled a certain Batman villain, was arrested on weapons charges after police received a report that he was pointing a gun at moving vehicles.
All right, good morning, Mr. Sullivan. You're charged with 1 count of carrying concealed firearm. I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to be taking a look at your arrest affidavit to see if there's probable cause and address your bond status, sir.
Sullivan refused the services of the public defender by channeling his inner "why so serious" attitude.
You don't want the public defender's office to represent you?
I mean, you can represent me, but I'm trying to get bonded out, my honor.
Well, they're there to help you, sir. You don't have a lawyer.
All right.
I mean, okay, so...
I didn't feel like signing the paperwork. I'm really not in the mood for that.
But Judge Maria Dennis, perhaps resembling the Dark Knight in her black robe, gave the defendant a much-required reality check.
Okay, well, you're in custody, okay? You're charged with carrying concealed firearm, which if convicted has some serious consequences. They're there to help you. The purpose of today's hearing is I'm going to be taking a look at your arrest affidavit to see if there's probable cause to hold you and then address your bond status, okay?
Unsurprisingly, it turned out that the real-life Joker had previous run-ins with the law.
Okay. All right, it looks like he has a prior for possession of cannabis, it looks like back in 2006, 2013.
The public defender argued for a pretrial release, but Judge Dennis was having none of it.
But on a firearms charge, I'm not going to do pretrial. Setting standard bond, $5,000.
Eventually, Sullivan's bail was set at $5,000, and the man with a permanent villain grin was sent back to prison. While Lawrence Sullivan's appearance didn't faze the judge, what happens when a defendant makes the entire courtroom laugh?
And then he sued me.
Like in the case of Dolores Shyness, an 80-year-old woman who appeared at the Broward County
80 years
Court in
old.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
What you in prison for?
Shyness ended up in jail for resisting arrest after violating a restraining order filed by her ex-husband.
Ma'am, you've been charged with resisting arrest and violating an injunction.
Judge John Hurley soon realized he had a feisty old lady on his hands.
Does she have any priors?
No.
Ma'am, I'm talking to the prosecutor right now, all right? So just give me
I'm sorry. Sorry.
After reviewing the case, Judge Hurley let her go with a warning.
Ma'am, I'm going to find probable cause. I'm releasing you ROR to pretrial release. You're going to have a GPS ankle monitor on. That's going to ensure that you have no contact directly or indirectly with the protected party, Abraham Shyness. You are not allowed to call him, text him, email him. You are to stay 500 feet from him at all times. That's where he lives, where he works, anywhere in between. Ma'am, you're getting a second chance on this case. I don't particularly feel like keeping an 80-year-old woman in the jail who has no criminal record. But this is your second warning. Don't go around him again.
Shyness then stated her case and had a back and forth with the judge.
Say something, Your
Go ahead, ma'am.
Mr. Shanus, Abraham Arthur Shanus, and I have been legally divorced for 31 years, and I have the papers to prove it.
Got it.
We both resided at 2102 Lucaya Bend, and he paid for the apartment entirely. His assumption is because he paid for the apartment, he's entitled to do as he pleases.
Can I tell you? I can't get in the middle of who owns the apartment.
I know, that's not the point.
My
The point
is,
I'm telling you.
I need to keep you away from him, all right?
I haven't bothered him for 31 years. Why would I bother him now?
Great question. That's the $63,000 question, ma'am. Just don't have anything to do with him. Stay away from him.
I swear to God and all that's holy on a stack of Bibles, I will never go near him, talk to him, call him, or
What was
even
the
look
first
at
thing
him.
you were going to swear on besides the Bibles?
All that's holy.
What?
I don't remember.
Oh.
What?
All that's holy.
What?
All that's holy. Yeah.
Oh, all that's holy. Yes, sir. I didn't recognize your twang.
Judge Hurley also complimented the old lady.
Nah, she
Have you ever
funny.
thought of doing a stand-up routine? Have you ever thought about that?
I did. Well, if you pay me good money, sweetheart, I'll be there. I'm really short of funds.
Man, I gotta tell you something. You seem like you have a great wit about you.
I do, sir.
Yeah, so...
I mean, sweetheart, that's the only thing I have.
I've been called sweetheart in this courtroom since, I guess Mr. Miller took over. But,
Really?
Just kidding.
Does that mean you're taking me for breakfast?
Then the judge asked the defendant for a review.
Let me ask you something, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
How have I done as a judge today? So far, how am I doing?
Not bad, but you could do better.
Can we get a drum roll with this?
Before leaving, Shyness had one last punchline to deliver.
I gotta tell you, you brighten my day, ma'am. All right?
That's what the last guy said, and then he sued me.
Yeah. Hey, nah, she funny, bro. Why she? Wait. So how she even
The
getting there?
entertainment continued when Shyness appeared in court the next day.
Hello, sweetheart. You look fantastic tonight. Did you grow a few inches? Because you look taller.
How are the accommodations?
It's called the very fancy name, horrendous.
However, the case took a darker turn when Shyness's daughter, Beth, took the stand.
She's very entertaining one moment, and the next moment she's threatening to, take you down. My mother has mental disability, and she needs a hospital, not a jail. And she needs to be put into a hospital, and I've been trying to do that for 6 months to no avail in the state of Florida.
Ultimately, Judge Hurley decided
I ain't
to
gonna lie,
sentence-
this picture right here, she do like she bite your ear off. She like she Mike Tyson, yo. No cap. Watch out for this lady. She might be funny, but like me seeing this picture right here, right in this moment, she do like she'll kill somebody. No lie.
Shyness to a mental health facility.
It's not going to be any harm to you, but they're going to take a look at you and come to a determination. Probably today or tomorrow, and then you.
I would say today, sir.
While Dolores Shyness thoroughly entertained a Florida courtroom, how does it compare to smoking a joint during court proceedings?
Oh my God, bro, what are y'all doing? It's like there's a lack of something. I don't know what it is. Like, how?
For that, we head to the district court.
It's the same dude.
Where a virtual hearing
It's
is
the same
underway.
judge.
Lane, please state your name for the court.
Anthony Lane.
36-year-old Anthony Lane, charged with drug possession,
Oh my
was facing
God.
Judge Cedric Simpson to waive his right for a probable cause hearing.
A waiver for continued plea negotiations and resolution in circuit.
You understand you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
It seemed business as usual until the prosecutor made a bombshell revelation.
People also waive their right.
Your Honor, I'll agree to waive, but I do want to make a statement on the record. It appeared that earlier in this time block that Mr. Lane was rolling a blunt and might have been smoking.
Turns out that earlier that day, while waiting for his court appearance, Lane decided to roll up a joint and have a smoke.
Why did
Aware
you
that his
do
phone
it?
picked up everything. While Judge Simpson handled other cases, Lane continued to smoke, at one point even flaunting it to the camera. Court officials took notice and informed the prosecutor. While recreational marijuana is legal in Michigan, Lane's bond agreement prohibited him from taking any drugs.
Your Honor, given that information, I guess we need to adjourn the PCC so Mr. Lane and I can speak further before we wait.
I think that might be wise. Mr. Lane, you understand what's happening now?
Yeah.
Lane also had to get
He don't even sound confident in his yeah. He said,
When's the last time
Yeah.
you tested?
2 weeks ago.
You were supposed to be testing 2 times per week.
I tested back to back.
Okay, but have you tested this week?
No, sir.
Once Judge Simpson
Oh
became
my
aware of the defendant's
God.
actions, Lane was ordered to go to an official corrections facility for drug testing that very day.
Also going to order that you're to report to community corrections today for a test.
Your Honor, I have no ride today.
Well, you better find somebody to get you a ride down here.
oh my God.
You're the one that brought this on yourself by what you did. So I'm ordering a test today. Okay, so that test today. I'm going to be issuing a warrant to have you picked up.
Now, if smoking openly during court wasn't bad enough, Lane then
What do y'all
laughed
be
at Judge
doing?
Simpson, making him even more irate.
You keep laughing, Mr. Lane. I don't think you want to do that. Not with me.
Nah.
Take yourself off.
That boy Cedric do not play.
Thank you.
I wasn't laughing at you, sir. I wasn't laughing at you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Courthouse case, People versus Chandler Langston.
Ultimately, Lane never made it for his drug testing that day. Judge Simpson issued a warrant for his arrest and revoked his bond. While Anthony Lane couldn't stay sober during his hearing, how does it compare to getting your mouth shut with tape?
They said, bro, with tape?
Like in the case of Franklin Williams, who was facing multiple theft charges in Cleveland, Ohio.
It's not a fair trial. It wasn't in trial. I'm not being allowed to speak how I need to speak. He's stopping me from talking. He's gagging me, putting tape over my mouth at this moment.
According to reports, Williams committed a series of armed robberies in 2014. He then led state troopers on a high-speed chase, which resulted in the injury of an officer. Williams was charged with aggravated robbery, kidnapping, and unlawful possession.
Kidnapping?
He initially pled guilty, but later withdrew his plea.
Bro, I don't know, bro. Just hearing the words kidnapping, bro, like, bro, throw him in the jail immediately. Like, kidnapping is like one of the craziest charges you can get, bro.
And fled the state.
Local man was in his second trial back in December for armed robberies in the suburbs, and he showed up for the beginning of the trial, then disappeared, cutting off his ankle bracelet. The trial went on without him, and he was convicted.
Williams was eventually caught and later claimed that he didn't flee, but rather lost his memory after an accident and forgot about the trial. Then, at his sentencing, Williams interrupted the proceedings over 60 times in 54 minutes, despite repeated warnings from Judge John Russo.
60 is crazy.
I just met this attorney the other day.
That's fine. So here, yeah. So okay,
I came and took my cell phones yesterday, and they came and took all my property out my cell today.
Mr. Williams, I'm the judge in the matter. Shut your mouth, and I'll tell you when you can talk. You got it? It's the same rules we played by while we were here at trial, every time we were here for a pre-trial. So just follow the same rules. Fair enough? So at this point, I'm going to hear from your lawyers, and that means zip it.
But you're not letting me
That means
oh my God.
You trying to?
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
No. Does the comment quit talking? Do you understand that?
Because you're trying to take my life.
No.
And you're not letting me tell you what's going on.
Take your life for what? What do you mean
It's not fair. You're trying to take my life.
What does that mean?
And on the document.
Again, I'm going to interrupt. Mr. Williams, listen to me. If we have to, I will gag you in 1 second. So listen, you will get a chance to talk. I'm going to gag you in 1 second. So just listen to me. Zip it until I give you a chance to talk. You'll get a chance to talk. I am going to give you a chance to talk. Here it is again. So
oh my God.
You understand this comment. Zip it. Right now.
And why don't you let it play about me getting shackled on the bus for a whole week? Let that play.
Mr. Williams will. Mr. Williams, be very simple to gag you.
Ain't a lot of judge is giving him plenty of chances. He like, yo, bro, like this is what I'm finna do, bro. Just shut up. Just shut up. Be quiet. Shush. He just said every word, every way to say shut up, and he just said it in different ways each time. Hush your mouth. Shut up. Shh. Be quiet. Like this man has said it in so many ways, bro. He can't say it no other way.
Tell me black women just walked in here.
Okay, so
I haven't been around.
Let's go back.
Years.
I'll zip it. Anything you want to add to your insanity? And the
put me on
jury
trial.
came back with the verdict.
That's a violation of the HIPAA law, Judge.
Here we go. I'm going to tape it, and then I'll unzip it when I want you to talk. Because the young lady over here can't take down everything. You know how this works. We've been in the courtroom at least 50 times as we prepared for trial.
Finally, the judge had had enough. He ordered court deputies to shut Williams up with duct tape.
Mr. Williams, I want to make it real clear. If you spit on, attempt to bite, or injure any of my deputies, you're going to have a bad day.
None of that.
Are you clear?
Put the tape on me, man. We got this shit. Here's what it is.
We'll go back on the record. Mr. Williams will have a chance to speak.
And I'll be monitoring everything I'll say.
Judge Russo later apologized for his decision and recused himself from the case.
Precedent for gagging a defendant to keep order in the court. I apologize for taking that action last week.
In his next sentencing hearing, Williams took the stand to plead his case.
Saying freedom of speech, no duct tape. Your Honor, I asked today, Your Honor, that I received the lightest sentence that you can give me. I want the world to know I am not an animal. Contrary to what people may think, I am a man.
But given Williams' already long record before this particular crime, the judge sentenced him to 33 years in prison.
Jesus!
You're not an animal, Mr. Williams. You're a human being. But the question the court has
I did not
to
expect
determine
that at all.
if
33
from those
years.
mistakes.
Before Williams left, he had some final words for the court.
I bet he
Freedom
did.
of speech, no duct tape. Freedom of speech, no duct tape. With the hashtag.
Nigga, what the
While
heck?
getting his mouth taped up couldn't stop Franklin Williams' defiance, what happens when a representative of the law commits a crime? For that, we go to the Wake County Courthouse in Raleigh, North Carolina, where visitors, attorneys, and employees of the court are entering the building through the main security checkpoint. Among them was Robert Jeffries, who was in court to pay off his court-ordered debt. Jeffries picked up his belongings and walked toward the elevator, but inadvertently dropped his wallet in the process. It wasn't until he attempted to make the payment on another floor that he realized his wallet was missing. Inside was $1,600 in cash.
And I jumped up, I said, Judy, you see my wallet? And she just started crying, because she knew how much money I had on me.
Moments later, a man in a suit made his way through the checkpoint and became aware of the situation. He picked up the wallet, looked around to see if anybody noticed, and headed towards the elevator.
Wow.
He checked the contents of the wallet and eventually pocketed it.
Wow.
The man went up to the 4th floor and 5 minutes later was back in the elevator, this time with the wallet in his folder. He got off on the 1st floor and turned in the wallet to security, minus the cash, telling them he found it in the bathroom.
Somebody turned in a wallet, and then when the owner of the wallet was contacted, the money that they stated was in the wallet was missing.
Security called Jeffries and told him a man who was in court earlier that day had returned his wallet. What was that man doing in court? Defending other convicts. It turns out that the person who was caught stealing on camera was none other than a criminal defense lawyer named Stephen McGilvray. McGilvray later pleaded guilty to misdemeanor larceny and was disbarred, fired from his job, and no longer allowed to practice law in the state of North Carolina. As for Jeffries, arrangements were made to return $1,600 back to its rightful owner. While greed ruined Stephen McGilvray's law career, what happens when a defendant sleeps through his sentencing?
Psychological treatment.
Like in the case of Anthony Garcia, who's on trial for multiple homicides in Omaha, Nebraska. On March 13th, 2008, William Hunter arrived at his home and found his 11-year-old son, Thomas, and 57-year-old housekeeper, Shirley Sherman, stabbed to death.
What?
Shirley, right there in the hallway between the back door and front porch. So the first thing I just said, "Where's Tom?" I think I yelled out, "Tom."
The case went cold for 5 years, until May 14th, 2013, when an employee discovered the bodies of Roger Brumbach and his wife Mary inside their home.
Court with a useful frame of reference for evaluating the sentence in this case.
There's a gun clip and some bullets on the floor. I just think there's something going on in this house.
The couple had stab wounds similar to the 2008 murder victims.
Specifically with the wounds to the right side of the neck. And when I saw those both on the male victim and on the female victim, you don't see a lot of knifings or stabbings that are like that.
Police tied the murders to one Anthony Garcia as revenge killings after discovering that he was fired from Creighton Medical School by Roger Brumbach and Thomas's father, William Hunter. Garcia was arrested and charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. Police found a hit list detailing his heinous plans at Garcia's house.
Anthony Garcia's shopping list, from the ordinary to the ominous.
As you can see here, it says invade rich house, torture, murder. Over here it says rich children, gun, invade, kill, knife, kidnap family, SUV, torture, kill.
Garcia had also confessed to a woman as a means to impress her.
turning on my little voice and saying, well, Dr. Tony, I only like bad boys. I'm a bad girl. You couldn't handle a girl like me. And then that's when he told me. He told me I wasn't as good as he thought he was. He said I killed people before. He said I killed a young boy and an old woman.
After a trial that lasted 23 days, the juror deliberated for just 7 hours and reached a verdict. Guilty on all counts. During sentencing, Shirley Sherman's son described how his mother's death had affected him.
I'm left with constant images from courtroom photos of my mom laying there in a pool of her own blood with an 8-inch butcher knife hanging out her neck.
Wow.
I can't get those images ever out of my head.
Wow.
There's a special place for people like this, and I hope he ends up there.
But Garcia wasn't listening. In fact, the serial killer slept right through his sentencing.
As to count 1, murder in the first degree, a class 1 felony of Thomas Hunter. On or about the 13th day of March 2008, the 3-judge panel orders that a sentence of death is imposed upon the defendant, Anthony Garcia.
Ultimately, Garcia was given the death penalty for the 4 murders. He remains on death row in a Nebraska prison. While even death couldn't wake up Anthony Garcia, what happens when a defendant opens fire in court?
How did that happen? Buddy in the red, he don't give a fuck about nothing. He just chilling. Like, he even duck. Like, boy, he just... Yeah, another normal day in court, but he ain't move at all.
For that, we go to Berrien County Courthouse in St. Joseph, Michigan, where a routine hearing is about to turn deadly.
He was positive for a or something.
Just outside the courtroom, 44-year-old Larry Gordon, who was in court on sexual assault charges, managed to wrestle a gun away from Sheriff's Deputy James Atterbury, shooting and injuring him in the process.
Damn.
2 court bailiffs, 63-year-old Ronald Kinzel and 61-year-old Joseph Zangaro, rushed to the deputy's aid.
They was good,
They were
though?
both shot by Gordon.
Bro, where's the security? And what did she come back for?
Kenya Ellis was also injured in the gunfire.
Wow.
And taken into the courtroom.
Oh my God.
Upon hearing the gunshots, people ran for their lives. Some headed for the exit, while others took refuge in another courtroom. The armed defendant ran across the hallway and bumped into another bailiff before he fled into the very courtroom where people were hiding and took them hostage.
What?
Meanwhile, more bailiffs arrived and moved in towards the courtroom. Gordon then used a civilian as a human shield and tried to escape. But the bailiffs cornered him and fired several shots.
This is crazy.
After the dust settled, the bailiffs realized that Gordon was dead, and so were their friends.
You got another one down here? Oh my God! Oh, yeah. Oh no! Let's go. Get him over. Get him over. Get him. Come on, buddy.
Ronald Kinzel and Joseph Zangaro later died from their injuries. Deputy James Atterbury and Kenya Ellis went on to make a full recovery.
Man, that's sick, bro. That's actually sick. Man, This video was actually insane, bro. You had funny moments, then you ended like this, boy. I'd rather just end with the funny moments. Damn. But man, to all those who made it to the end of the video, bro, I want to thank y'all for sticking with me for like how long, boy? An hour. Y'all been with me. Y'all, we been locked in for an hour, bro. If you ain't subscribed, bro, subscribe, bro. You been watching me for an hour, bro. So that means you with me. Hey, I love y'all, bro. And if you made it to the end, bro, I really want to thank you, bro. And I'll see y'all boys and girls next video. We out.